Hello everyone, today's mystery.
In morning's glow, I'm born anew.
With night's descent, my shape is true.
I'm not a pet nor a thing to hold.
But without me, stories would grow old.
Let's unlock this mystery.
All right, let's see. In morning's glow, I'm born anew. That kind of feels like a fresh start each day, right? Like something beginning.
Yeah, and then there's that contrast. With night's descent, my shape is true. So it's like, changing, becoming something more defined, by the end of the day.
And it's not like a physical thing. I'm not a pet nor a thing to hold. So we're not talking about like a cat or I don't know, a rock or something.
Right, exactly. Which brings us to this. But without me, stories would grow old. So it's got to be something important to stories, something essential.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing it. Something essential to stories. Begins fresh and takes shape over time. Could it be like a chapter?
The answer is a chapter.
There you go. A chapter is part of a book, and stories are made up of chapters. Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
A shape so sharp, yet curves abound.
I hold within a story's might.
But reveal myself only in the night.
So let's unlock this mystery.
Okay.
Twisted Tales.
Mhm.
What comes to mind for you?
Well, I immediately think of stories like, folklore and myths.
Right.
Gothic literature, maybe even some thrillers, stories that have an element of darkness or the unknown.
Yeah, that makes sense. So we've got this contrast, a sharp shape, but also curves. What kind of object could fit that description?
That's interesting. It suggests something defined, but not just a simple geometric shape.
Right. It has to be more complex than that. And then there's the clue, I hold within a story's might. It's not just a physical object, it's something symbolic.
Right. It seems like it must be a container for a story.
Yeah, like a book or
Maybe.
a tool used in storytelling.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the last clue, only in the night.
That's a key one.
Yeah, it ties this object to darkness and mystery, maybe even a sense of revelation.
It does. It really narrows down the possibilities.
So let's put it all together. We need something that's common in these dark and mysterious stories. With a shape that's both sharp and curved, it holds something powerful and it appears at night.
I think I've got it.
What do you think it is?
It has to be a lantern.
The answer is a lantern.
There you go. Lanterns, they light up the darkness and often appear in these kinds of mysterious stories.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
I'm often sought, yet never caught.
In rooms full of books, my presence is brought.
A whispering voice that echoes through time.
My value's high, but my size is a crime.
Let's unlock this mystery.
Okay, let's break this down. The first two lines, something elusive, desired but not physically obtainable.
Right. Sought, yet never caught. That's not a physical object.
Low.
And the mention of rooms full of books pushes us towards knowledge or information.
Yeah, like a secret. Or a lost piece of history.
Possibly. Then there's the whispering voice echoing through time. Gives me a sense of something passed down. Perhaps a story or an idea.
Ooh. And it's valuable, but small.
Yeah.
That's really intriguing. What could be valuable yet so tiny?
This is where it gets interesting. If we consider the context of books and knowledge, the answer might be...
The answer is price.
There you go. Price is a concept highly sought after in the exchange of goods and knowledge. Found in books, yet intangible. And small in physical form, well, it doesn't have a physical form.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
In twilight's hush, I'm sought by many.
A treasure hidden, yet visible to some.
My presence felt, though never seen by any.
Until the night when stars begin.
Let's unlock this mystery.
Okay, so twilight's hush. I'm thinking something that appears as the day ends, right? When light starts to fade.
Yeah, like as the day winds down and things get quieter. And it's sought by many, so it must be something people want, something valuable.
All right, desirable, like a comfort or a resource or something. But then a treasure, hidden yet visible to some. That's tricky.
Hidden but visible. It has to be something that, I don't know, depends on certain conditions to be seen,
Okay, yeah. And don't forget, my presence felt, though never seen. That really points to something we can experience but not actually see, something intangible.
Right, like it's there, you can even feel it, but you can't actually look at it directly.
And then the last clue, until the night when stars begin. Stars are always there, but we only see them in darkness. So is this thing connected to darkness, revealed by the absence of light.
Okay, let's put it all together. Something that emerges in twilight, sought after, hidden but visible only under certain conditions. Intangible, and connected to darkness and stars.
Wait a minute. Could it be a shadow?
The answer is shadow W.
There you go. Shadows, they offer coolness and shade. We seek them out for comfort. They're only visible when light hits an object, and they're most prominent at night under starlight. Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go for the next puzzle. A fleeting friend, yet lasting light,
I dance upon the breeze so free.
and bring solace to you and me.
All right.
So let's unlock this mystery.
Okay.
Born of night. It kind of makes me think of darkness, right? But could it be hinting at something a little more specific?
Yeah, born of night. It suggests a process that happens in the absence of sunlight, right? So what naturally occurring phenomena are we thinking of?
Well, the obvious one is the drop in temperature.
Right.
Things get colder at night.
Exactly. And that temperature drop can trigger certain changes in the environment. Think about condensation, like on a cold glass.
So we're talking about something that forms in the coal.
Yeah.
But then there's this next part. A fleeting friend, yet lasting light.
Yeah.
That seems kind of contradictory, doesn't it? How can something be fleeting and lasting?
It's playing with the idea of different types of permanence, right? Fleeting means it doesn't last long in its physical form, but lasting light could refer to the visual impact it leaves behind, kind of a memory or an impression.
So whatever this is, it's temporary, but its beauty, its impact, might linger, like a beautiful sunset.
Right.
It's gone quickly, but you remember it.
Yeah.
And then there's this imagery. I dance upon the breeze so free.
That definitely gives us a clue about the physical properties.
Yeah.
Dancing suggests something light,
Okay.
delicate, easily moved by the wind,
Right.
perhaps even a bit whimsical.
Right. So it's not heavy,
No,
not stationary.
definitely not.
It forms in the cold.
Right.
It's temporary, carried by the wind, and it brings solace to you and me.
Yeah. This last part is key.
This is a big one.
Solace implies a sense of peace,
Okay.
comfort, maybe even awe.
Yeah.
This suggests that this mystery element is something that evokes positive feelings, something people find beautiful or calming.
Okay, let's put all these clues together. Forms in the cold.
Okay.
It's temporary. It's light.
Yeah.
Carried by the wind. And it's visually appealing.
Okay.
I think I've got it.
What is it?
The answer is frost.
There you go. Frost forms in the cold of night, melts away with the sun, can create stunning patterns on surfaces, and is often seen on breezy mornings.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go for the next puzzle.
In twisted threads, I'm often found.
With every turn, my story's wound.
I can be strong, yet fragile too.
But without me, a tale is through.
Let's unlock this mystery.
Okay, in Twisted Threads, it makes me think of something like woven together. Like a tapestry.
Yeah, like a fabric, right.
Yeah, fabric.
Okay.
And then, with every turn, my story's wound.
Yeah, that gives me a sense of progression.
Yeah.
Like a series of events, you know?
Right. And then, I can be strong, yet fragile, too. That's interesting.
Yeah, it really is.
It makes me think of something that can be built up,
Yeah.
but also easily broken.
Right, exactly. You think about like a story, how it can be so captivating.
Yeah.
But if it's not well crafted,
Uh-huh.
it can fall apart easily.
Okay, and then it says, but without me, a tale is through.
Yeah, that's it. That's the clincher.
That's the backbone
The backbone,
of
absolutely.
any story.
Of any story,
It
yeah.
has to be.
Plot?
The answer is.
There you go. Plot.
Right.
The plan, the scheme, the main story of a literary or dramatic work.
Like a play or novel or short story.
Exactly.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go for the next puzzle. Tool for the trade, yet not to be seen.
It shapes and it molds but never holds tight.
A delicate balance, day and night.
What am I? Is a good one.
Yeah. Let's unlock this mystery. In the heart of a home where warmth is key. Okay, so we're talking about something vital to a home, and warmth is definitely a big part of that. What do you think?
Absolutely. When you think about what makes a house a home, warmth is definitely up there. Could be something related to comfort and well-being. And then we have a tool for the trade, yet not to be seen. This tells us it's not a physical object, but rather a concept or a force.
Interesting. So something that's used like a tool but invisible,
Yeah.
kind of tricky. And then it shapes and it molds but never holds tight. This makes me think of something that influences its surroundings, maybe even changes things, but doesn't restrict them completely.
Right. It has an impact, but allows for flexibility. It's like it's there, it's doing something, but it's not a hard and fast rule. And finally, a delicate balance, day and night. that reinforces the idea of an unseen force that constantly fluctuates and needs to be managed.
It changes, but there's a sweet spot. You know what? I think I've got it. Putting all the clues together, I think the answer is temperature.
You got it. The answer is temperature.
Yeah.
Temperature, the unseen force that dictates our comfort and influences the world around us.
Exactly. And it's something we're always trying to get just right, whether we're at home or out and about.
Yeah, absolutely. From adjusting the thermostat to layering up our clothes, we're constantly interacting with temperature.
Great deep dive today. Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
I'm often sought, yet seldom found.
In the morning I'm gone, by night I abound.
I'm the key to unlock, but can also lock tight.
What am I?
Let's unlock this mystery.
Often sought, yet seldom found.
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
What could be something that people, want, but they have trouble finding?
It makes me think of something that's not like a physical object.
Okay.
Maybe like an emotion.
Ooh.
Like happiness, maybe?
Happiness? Yeah, that's a good one. But happiness isn't usually gone in the morning and abundant at night. What about the next clue?
Right.
In the morning, I'm gone. By night, I abound.
That seems to suggest a cycle, something that comes and goes.
Yeah.
Maybe something natural.
Right, like something in nature that appears and disappears.
Mm.
The sun. Could it be the sun?
But the sun itself is always there. It's just our view of it that changes.
Oh, right.
Wait a minute, what about daylight?
Daylight, of course. It's sought after during the day, but disappears at night. The answer is daylight.
There you go. Daylight is sought after during the day, but disappears at night.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
I'm often sought.
Yet seldom found.
In rooms of rest.
I'm quiet all around. I'm not a guest.
Nor a friend so dear.
But without me.
Will always shed a tear.
Let's unlock this mystery, shall we?
Okay, let's see. Often sought, yet seldom found. That's got to be something precious, something valuable, but hard to obtain.
It does seem that way.
Okay, and then in rooms of rest, I'm quiet all around. That brings a sense of peace and tranquility to mind.
It does, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And it's definitely not a person, right?
Right. Not a guest nor a friend so dear.
This is something else entirely. And then the last line, without me, you'll always shed a tear.
Yeah.
That tells us it's deeply connected to our emotions.
To our well-being, yeah. So we're looking for something,
Yes.
something valuable, peaceful,
Right.
not a person, and tied to sadness.
It seems like we're talking about silence.
Silence? Yeah.
Yeah.
The answer is silence. There you go. Silence can be hard to find,
Yeah.
but is often what we crave in moments of grief or reflection.
That's very true.
It is.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
I'm always coming but never arrive.
My presence is felt by all who strive.
In mountains I'm found in ancient might.
A borderless expanse, both day and night.
Let's unlock this mystery.
Okay, so we've got always coming but never arrive. What could that even be? Something that's constantly approaching.
Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe something that's always just out of reach.
Like a deadline?
Maybe. Or maybe even like tomorrow.
Tomorrow never actually gets here, does it?
Yeah.
But then there's that second clue. Presence is felt by all who strive.
Right. That gives it a kind of a motivational feel, doesn't it?
Yeah, like a goal or an aspiration.
Exactly. It's not just about time, it's about like what drives us.
Okay, so we've got this idea of something that's always coming but never arriving, and it's also something that motivates us. And then there's, in mountains I'm found in ancient might.
That makes me think of something like timeless, something vast.
Mountains, right? They've always
Right.
been there.
Exactly. And they represent a kind of enduring strength.
So ancient might, that
Yeah.
fits. And then the last clue, a borderless expanse, both day and night, that really emphasizes the idea of something immense.
Something that exists regardless of, time or place.
Okay, so putting it all together, something that is always coming but never arriving, motivates us, found in mountains, and is a borderless expanse. I think it's got to be the horizon.
The answer is horizon.
There you go. The horizon is the line where the sky meets the earth from your point of view.
Thank you for listening.